Alright, so boom, I literally just recorded this whole thing and erased it, so now I'm kind of pissed. But I digress. We're back with Atomic Heart. Well, this is my first time talking about it, but first time you're hearing this, because no comment. But listen, the Atomic Heart, right? I forgot this even happened at Gamescom. Like Gamescom, I ain't gonna lie, I was in my bed, I was kind of nodding off. At some point, some games just wasn't hitting, bro. No offense, it just wasn't hitting. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of forgot this trailer even existed when I was going through all like the Gamescom games and stuff like that when I was posting all that stuff. But I remember this game from way ago. Like when I was working on the Unity project, it was gonna be bosses. Like you fight a boss, like each, like you fight different bosses, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? And I was like getting some references. I was like, all right, let's go watch some videos about bosses on YouTube. So I typed in boss battle, cool boss battles, unique boss battle, blah blah blah. And then I seen this one part from this game, and it was a man going through like this sort of like restaurant type of area. And the most distinct feature I remember was that it was a whale that was like a glass whale, and it had like the intestines and the bloodstream, the organs, all the stuff, like, but you could like see through it. I was like, whoa, now that's a cool, that's cool design, that's a cool layout, that's a cool place, you know what I'm saying? And apparently it was Atomic Heart. Now I did not know that. I was just looking at like boss games and stuff. So seeing that, I was like, whoa, this looks amazing. And then for some reason I forgot, like my brain somehow like nuked it out of my memory source that this game was in Gamescom. They showed this new combat trailer that you're watching now, and bro, this game, bro, has always looked amazing, and you never really can compare it to something. I mean, you can't. It has a little, I guess a little Fallout, a little, it does barely of that. It's just so unique that you really can't. Maybe a little BioShock, but it's just so unique you can't really put a title over it. You know what I'm saying? Like the weapons, the character, the enemies, the abilities. It's just like you haven't seen this. Wait, hey, what is he doing to his butt, bro? Nah, hold on, nah, that's crazy. But no, what I was saying, but listen, this game is so unique. And it looks amazing, bro. But the only things I'm worried about, right, for this game is I don't know if they have a release date currently, but they showed it recently, so I'm guessing they're either gonna show the release date, have already showed the release date. I'm worried about a delay or a game coming out that's not ready, right? They've been working on it for mad long, because I haven't been on Unity in a minute, but when I was, it was a couple years ago. So they've been working on it for mad long. So maybe they got their stuff in order. They're ready to drop now. They're dropping on all platforms, last and current. So thank you, bro. They're gonna get wild success. I've been saying that games should drop on all platforms, unless another reason. But if you have the opportunity to drop on all platforms, just do it. There's no point of not. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying was, like, this game, I'm only worried about the delay or it coming out not ready. And what I mean, like, not ready is examples of, like, this is single player, so if the story is not good, like, the story and the combat is what single player games mostly, well, some single player games don't have combat, but for this single player game, it's gonna mostly, the two things that you're gonna be enjoying is the story and the combat. If the story and the combat isn't there, then this, like, is it enjoyable to fight all these different types of monsters? Like what enemies, like, do you want to fight, or you like, oh man, it's these, or is it a chore to fight? You know what I'm saying? Or the story could be lackluster. All I know is it's somewhere set in Russia. They have robots working for humans, and they flip the switch, and then they want to fight now. And so I just watched like a whole gameplay explaining it, and I completely forgot. But it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if that story isn't good, they can fall into the combat like some other single player games that have mass stories. But hopefully the story is good, and it focus more on lore than to focus on like because in storytelling you can focus on three portions. It's characters, lore, and the other one's kind of like pacing, like the actual story when you see it. And if this game focus more on lore, I think it's gonna be really popular, and it's gonna hold more weight for more longer than if they were to like focus on the individual character, because they don't. In none of these trailers, you don't really. There's not an individual character, so I don't think they're gonna focus on characters as much. The only person that you see constantly is a player character you're playing as, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a name, maybe even some voice lines, but I don't think they're gonna focus on his story. I haven't seen any like 3D. Any like animations or story animations where you see the guy's face and he's like, "Oh, this happened," but stuff like that. So I don't think it's gonna be focused on characters. It's either gonna be story based or it's gonna be lore based. And if it's lore based, you can have so many, all these different enemies and characters and guns and designs. You can have stories behind all of that, and it could be really in depth. And the story, if it goes to the story route, it can also be good too. It's gonna feel like a big world that's empty, kind of how Stray was. Stray was a big world that if you looked hard, you could find lore, but it was mainly just telling the story. And that's what I was I'm talking about that in my Stray review, so I'll leave that for that. But overall, Atomic Heart, if it comes out without those problems, it'll be an amazing story. I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to play it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really. This game, I want to play it. I don't know what's not making me like seal the deal. I guess because it's more of like, I feel like it's gonna be a slog. I feel like it's not gonna be Dark Souls kind of hard. It's gonna be just like a real grindy event. Like you gotta like it's gonna be like, here we go with the chapter 4 sequence 45. 2 more hours until chapter 17,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna be a long game, and it might have. And like I said, if it doesn't have good combat, a long game with bad combat is not a good combo. You know what I mean? But overall, bro, Atomic Heart looks amazing. Okay. And by the way, amazing name, bro. I should have stole that name. That is a great name, Atomic Heart. Great name. But it also fits this game. So, jeez. Good game, bro. Alright, so roll my outro. Wait, before we roll my outro, I ain't gonna lie. This game looks amazing, bro. If you want me to play it, just comment. I'll play it. The only thing that's stopping me is, slog and all that, blah, blah, blah. Alright, roll the outro.
A normal person would have died a lot sooner, but that man just didn't want to let go.